Welcome to Breath of Bhakti, where forgotten stories from our scriptures are reborn and their timeless messages shine even brighter in today's world. This is part 2 of our series, Hidden Messages from the Mahabharata. If you haven't watched part 1, The Journey of Yudhishthir and the Divine Dog, please visit it after this one. What if I tell you that there was a warrior who could destroy both armies in just an instant, who had the power of Lord Shiva in just 3 arrows, yet who never fought and instead gave his head? This is the story of Barbarik, the one the world now worships as Shyam Baba or Khatu Shyam Ji, the making of a divine warrior. Barbarik, the grandson of Bhim and the son of Ghatotkacha, was born into great strength. But unlike his ancestors, he didn't seek war or glory. He sought justice. From a young age, Barbarik meditated and he worshipped Lord Shiva, asking only one thing: bless me with the power to protect the weak. Lord Shiva answered and gave him 3 arrows. 1 arrow to mark, 1 arrow to destroy all marked, and 1 arrow to return if unused. And with just 3 arrows, he became invincible. The vow and the hidden lord. As war loomed at Kurukshetra, Barbarik decided to go, not to fight, but to observe. Yet in his heart, he had taken a vow: I will fight only for the weaker side, always. As he approached the battlefield, an old Brahmin appeared, humble, quiet, his identity veiled, but his presence otherworldly. He asked, warrior, whose side will you fight for? Barbarik replies with a calm conviction, the side that is losing. The Brahmin nods slowly, but his smile fades into a thought. That vow, though noble, was a divine paradox. Barbarik joins the Pandavas. They gain an upper hand. He switches to the Kauravas, and then again. Cycle repeats. If Barbarik entered, the war would never end. Dharma would never be fulfilled. The Brahmin turns. He walks towards the setting sun. His form flickers briefly, and for a second he reveals his divine form. Barbarik had just spoken to none other than Shri Krishna himself, hidden in a form only destiny could recognize. The ultimate offering. Krishna then revealed his true form. He looked into Barbarik's fearless eyes and asked, will you give me a dakshina? Barbarik smiles gently and says, anything, my lord. The movement pauses, the wind stills, and Lord Krishna says, then I ask for your head. Barbarik kneels down. He ties his warrior bun a little tighter and smiles. If my sacrifice serves Dharma, let it be done. He decapitates himself with his sword. Lord Krishna catches the severed head and places it reverently on a high hill overlooking the war of Kurukshetra, the divine witness. Barbarik never fought, but from that sacred hilltop he watched it all. Every arrow, every betrayal, every act of courage and ego. After the war, the Pandavas asked Lord Krishna, who was the true victor? Lord Krishna smiles and he gestures towards the glowing head on the hill, as the one who saw everything and fought nothing. Barbarik's head glows with a golden light. A divine voice echoes. I saw Bhim's fury. I saw Arjuna's skills. I saw Karna's generosity. But behind it all, I saw only one force, Lord Krishna's will, the birth of Khatu Shyam Ji. Lord Krishna impressed with Barbarik's sacrifice, blesses him to be immortal, and years later, that divine head was enshrined in the sacred village of Khatu in Rajasthan. He is now known as Khatu Shyam Ji, the god who answers the call of every devotee in need. He gave up the war to show the world the power of bhakti. He offered his head and became immortal. In an age of pride, he chose surrender. In a world of conflict, he became stillness. In a war of heroes, he became a true Bhakt. What does Khatu Shyam Ji mean to you? Share this with someone who believes in bhakti over battle. Subscribe to Breath of Bhakti for more such hidden stories from the Mahabharata. And don't forget to watch part 1, The Dog Who Followed Yudhishthir.